It's the 29th of January, 2022. Yeah, I got a haircut. It's Saturday. Every day I feel a little better. Pretty cool, I think. I want to share a little bit of my world with some of you. This is called the Bissonnette. It's the Choctaw Nation tribal newspaper. And I do read it, and I check the obituaries to see which one of my relatives is expired that I didn't know about. Haven't read that one, just got it in the mail today. It's for Nicholas. But my buddy Craig out in California he sent me this. It's kind of a sad story on that. Craig is one of the best guitarists I've ever met in my life. His name's Craig T. Fall. He's played with everybody, and I mean everybody. He and I have the same, or had the same phone. I was looking for my other one like this so I could send it to him, and I'm going to have to keep looking for it, I guess. His girlfriend talked him into buying one of those deals. You've seen them at Walmart. You have a little platform thing, you plug it in, and then the Wi-Fi connection actually charges your phone. You just set it down on top of it. I don't know what went wrong with his phone, but he put it on top of that thing and it caught his phone on fire. So I'm going to keep doing the old-fashioned thing and hooking it up to a charger. Just a second, I gotta get another sip of water. Linda is in the house, hopefully she's laying down. We went to breakfast and then she wasn't feeling well. We had to go to Dollar General and she's you know, we're both older. When you get older, you rebound a little slower from illness and injuries and stuff like that. And it's a little chilly in here. Let me look and see what the temperature's going to do over the next few days. I think I've got that heater over there on low. See what the 10 days going to be. Temperature's going up until Wednesday, and then it's 12 for a low. And good Lord, on Thursday it's 6 for a low. That's something I didn't want to hear. But they predicted a bunch of rain and snow the other day, and we didn't get any. We got a dusting out in the front yard, I think. My mom, I got a private message from Michael on Facebook, and he was relating to me a story that I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but he said I was right. Daddy always never worried about what someone thought about him. And Michael was present, Michael and Lisa, when Dad told someone that if he thought it was any of their business, he'd have told them. I'm not going to go into it more than that. However, another saying Daddy had was, he's not scared of me, so what have I got to worry about? I never quite knew what that meant until I'd been a police officer for a couple of years. And I had a guy I was arresting, and out of nowhere, he was scared of me. Number one, I had a bad reputation where I worked. I was a little rough, and this guy, even though I got him under arrest, he taught me a lesson. He cut me through my hand, and you can't see it, they're faded out, but I reached over to get him. I was going to put the handcuffs on. He come up and he slashed me right through there and carved up a brand new Tuffy jacket. And I got him under arrest, but I decided from then on to quit being as rough as I was and start being a little nicer when I was arresting people. That sounds funny, but if you calm a suspect down or a perpetrator down, it goes smoother. But anyway, I found out that if you're scared of someone, or if somebody is scared of another person, they're going to go into panic mode and they're going to explode all over the place and do things they'd never. All they know is they're in the fight or flight syndrome, and if they can't run, they come out claws extended, and that's what happened to me. And that was, like I said, I'd been a cop a couple of years, and it educated me. It really did. I got to get a sip. I also learned a few other things when I was working at Oklahoma City Police Department. Robert Wilder, who was the police chief, put me and another couple of guys in charge of picking up what he called the nut jobs, people that were distressed, they had been suicidal or homicidal or any number of things, but the bottom line was they were crazy in somebody's mind. One of the things I learned to do early on is I'd go get candy bars, and I would, excuse me, I'd carry a Snickers bar or usually a Three Musketeers bar around with me. And when they were getting all wired and fight or flight, I'd say, hey, I'll tell you what I think. I think you'd like a candy bar. And I'd pull that thing out of my Tuffy jacket and hand it to them, and they'd start eating it, and they were just as docile as they could be. I very rarely had to use restraints on people when I was working for that division. But it kind of tells me a lot about human nature, just some of the homilies and wisdom my daddy had. But that, he's not scared of me, so what have I got to worry about, is a big one. I learned that the hard way. And you know, when you're younger, you think your parents are idiots. And when I was younger, I had disdain for a lot of what my dad and my mom would tell me, especially my mother. Not you, Mom, but my birth mother. And as I've gotten older, I've realized a lot of the wisdom that they had. I've got to, after I do this vlog, I've got to call Benjamin or somebody. I really need to get into my equipment locker today and start rigging up. My van is perilously close to being ready to use. Nick gave me the third row seat out of the other Suburban out there, and he's going to help me install it, bolt it down. That gives me a place for 3 more people to sit in my van. I'm not going to turn it into an RV. I'm strictly going to use it as a film truck. Got to get it cleaned up inside and out, put the new seat covers on the front seats, stuff like that. And there's just a whole lot of different things, and that's where those went. I was wondering where that was. Speaking of which, I need to take a couple of allergy pills. Allergies are off scale today. You can actually see the pollen in there. I put my black $59 guitar in our bedroom, and I actually took it down and played it some last night. Since I've been off the sugar, total sugar-free diet, my hand is doing much better. It's getting back to where I can play again. Even when I did a guitar demonstration on here, that wasn't how well I play. The pain involved just precludes me being able to do anything smooth. Well, it's coming back slowly, and I like that. But I was commenting to Linda, I've got a real expensive guitar sitting right there. Right there. That's the guitar my buddy Nuno sent me. Didn't cost me anything, and it's not a cheap guitar. And I like that one I bought for $59 a whole lot better. It plays easier. Here's one of the things that kind of bothers me about some of the top-end guitars. They'll have just a slight curve on the top of the fretboard, and I like mine flat, and that one has a little bit of a curve. I don't know why they do that. They have a little metal graph, and they'll lay it down, a little template, to make sure they've got the top of the fretboard where it needs to be. And it'll have just a little bit of a curve to it. Then they'll put the frets in. The frets on the cheap one I got are actually nickel frets, which was surprising. The ones on that one's just regular old, it's a combination of metals that they use, and I really don't like it. I do and I don't. It's a gift, and Nuno, if you're watching this, I appreciate it, buddy. I do, but I've told you repeatedly, I'm guitar poor. I don't need you sending me anymore, so please don't. I've run out of room to carry everything. I've got one that's mine in the house. Aurora's got a bunch in her room. I've got them in here in cases and on the wall and everywhere else. And I just don't need any more guitars. I've got enough to play once my hand comes back in. But getting back to my film truck, there's really only two things I've got left to do as far as the truck, as far as buying anything. I need to get a couple of tires for it. That's no big deal. And I need to go down to T-Mobile in Ardmore and pick up a hotspot down there. Did I write that down in here? I think I did. Well, no, it'll be in the other one. Nope, it wasn't. Yeah. A 4G hotspot is $90 and then $55 a month. And I'm not really worried about that. I know the little gal down there that runs it, and she's a sweetheart, and she's a friend of mine. Very sweet girl. I've just got to go down there and take care of that. I get my tires down there at a place called RT's Tires, and I need to call her next week and I guess drive my van down there and have them put the rubber on it. I need the front tires put on the back and the back tires, the new ones, put on the front. I'm not going to doctor up the outside of the van very much. I am going to paint over some places that are rusting, and I promised my wife I'd sand down the top where a tree fell on it. I've got Bondo poking up all over the place. Sand that down and paint a giant Band-Aid on it. She and I both think that's pretty funny. But I've got the laptop I'm going to use down there. I've got to clean it up. I haven't done that. This pandemic knocked me for a loop. I've been sick for about a month now. 3 weeks ago I was really sick. I'm getting better every day. And once I've got that laptop resituated and reconfigured, and I've got the mobile hotspot, and I've got the new tires in the third row seat in there, I'm basically ready to rumble, ready to go and get it done. I've got the other folding chair that I'm going to be using right there. Oh, right there. That'll go. That'll go in there with one that's already in the truck. And I've got a few little things to do on it. I've got to hook the inverter up in it so that I can run things on a 110 circuit. And that's not a big deal at all. I've got a wire under the driver's seat that I can come back and then run a ground wire. That's not a big deal. It's just getting it done, and it doesn't matter what you want to do. A friend of mine named Jerry Pletcher, his dad had a saying. EW, just a second. And we he and I kid each other all the time, but it's true. It doesn't matter what you want to do in life. It always takes longer and costs more money. And that's kind of where I'm at with all the stuff I'm doing. Linda's not feeling well right now. What I'd really like to do is get done in here and go in the house. I'm not going to get to for a little bit, though. I've got to call Benjamin, get him in here. He can bring his kids if he wants to, but I need to check into that equipment locker. I've got issues that I need to attend to, and I don't want to just keep postponing stuff. But anyway, I digress. I got off. Oh, there's my keys. Dadgum. I'll tell you what. If I were any more absent-minded, I'd probably need to be put in a circus. The Amazing Absent-Minded Man. Gotta get another sip. I've had more stuff going on in the last 6 months than I ever have. And it's not bad stuff. It's just stuff. More things needing my attention and more going on. And that's pretty much the story of my life for the last 6 months. I mean, it's just been unreal how busy I've been. But Mom, John, I love you, I do, and I hope you two are staying healthy and warm. My brother Michael, thanks for sending me that PM on Facebook. I think the story's hilarious, but it proved a point. Our daddy was a smart man. Don't ever think he wasn't. He was actually brilliant. I have a late cousin named Lanny McGowan that at my mother's funeral was telling his son Jamie about my dad, and he says he's the smartest man I ever knew. And that's basically true. I miss my cousin Lanny. He passed away last year. But Michael, please stay safe, stay warm. I'm glad you're doing well in life. To my buddy Chris Kimball in Florida, I hope life is treating you well. I really do. One of these days I'll get to come see you. I don't know when it'll be. Hopefully this year sometime. I've got so much going on that it's been intense, actually. I'm not putting any Windows updates in, you dummy. I don't even know if you're on Windows right now. I've got it set to the other deal, kind of like Apple. I tell you what, I get so tired of machinery, so tired of people minding my business, so tired of being sick and tired. It'd be nice just to have a little vacation. And I'm probably going to take Linda and do that here in a week or so. Just take a couple of days and do nothing. Mom, John, I love you. Hope you're doing well. My brother Michael Paul, I love you. I hope you're doing well. My buddy Chris in Florida, I hope you're doing well, and I love you too, Bubba. To my buddy Monty, M-O-N-T-Y Jones in L-O-N-E Grove, Oklahoma. Monty, I hope you're doing well. Love you too. And I covet your prayers. And I'm praying for a lot of people too, including Shelly Dion's mom. Shelly, if you're watching this, I love you. I love your daughter, your son, everybody in your family, and I am still praying for your mama. To my buddy David Talaga in Illinois, I'm praying for you. I hope you're doing well. To my friend Jackie Brill Sands, S-A-N-D-S, in Tennessee, I hope you and your family are doing well. I love all of you. God bless all of you. And like that sign there says, be kind. It pays eternal dividends. It really does. Okay, bye.